In 2015, a single photo divided the entire world. A simple question: what color is this dress? Turned strangers into enemies. Was it blue and black or white and gold? For days, it dominated the internet, from Tumblr to Twitter, then Facebook, TV shows, and newspaper covers across the globe. It wasn't just a viral post, it became a moment in history. But no one could imagine that behind that photo, behind the laughs, the memes, and the arguments, there was a real story. One that would end in violence, betrayal, and an attempted murder. Her name was Cecilia Bleasdale. She lived in England and was helping her daughter Grace prepare for her wedding. It was early 2015. The ceremony would take place in Scotland, where Grace lived with her fiancé, Keir Johnston. As mother of the bride, Cecilia wanted something elegant, something worthy of the moment. In a small boutique, she found a dress that seemed perfect. She took a photo to show her daughter and bought it. That picture, the one she sent to her daughter, would soon escape her control. One of Grace's close friends, Caitlin McNeil, saw the image online. Depending on the light, sometimes it looked white and gold, other times blue and black. So she uploaded it to Tumblr with a simple caption: "Guys, please help me. Is this dress white and gold or blue and black?" Within hours, the post went viral. Celebrities like Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, and Justin Bieber joined the debate. No one could agree. Science even stepped in, explaining that the phenomenon was a case of color constancy, an optical illusion caused by how the brain interprets light. The world had its answer. The mystery was solved, and the dress became a harmless piece of internet history, or so everyone thought. Grace and Keir's wedding went ahead as planned. The photo of the dress even made them minor celebrities, appearing on talk shows, magazines, even The Ellen Show. After the attention faded, they returned to their quiet life on the remote Scottish island of Colonsay, a place with fewer than 150 inhabitants, no police station, and almost no connection to the mainland. It was paradise to some, but for Grace, it would become a prison. At first, nothing seemed wrong, but soon after the wedding, Keir's behavior began to change. He grew controlling, telling Grace what she could wear, who she could talk to, and when she could leave the house, isolating her completely. Friends stopped hearing from her, and in a place so remote, there was nowhere to run. Then came the violence, pushing, grabbing, shouting that echoed through the walls of their small home. Grace tried to endure it, until one night, everything escalated. It was March 2022. Grace had finally decided to apply for a job off the island, a small act of freedom. When Keir found out, he sent her a series of threatening messages. That night, she returned home. Keir was asleep, drunk. For a moment, she thought maybe it was over. But when he woke up, rage took over. He shoved her outside onto the cold ground and began to strangle her. Grace gasped for air, struggling beneath his grip. When she felt the strength leaving her body, Keir went back inside, returning with a knife. That moment saved her life. She managed to break free, grab the phone, and call the police. Her voice shaking, recorded the words, "My husband is trying to kill me." Colonsay was so isolated that it took hours for police to arrive. By the time they reached the island, Grace had hidden herself. Keir, too drunk to move, was arrested in his sleep. He was charged with attempted murder. The case exploded across the media. The man once known for a viral internet phenomenon was now on trial for trying to kill his wife. During the trial, Keir first pleaded not guilty, then changed his statement. He admitted to strangling Grace with intent to kill. Because he had no prior record, his sentence was only 4.5 years in prison. Too light, many said, a punishment that didn't match the horror. Grace spoke in court for the last time. She said the damage caused by Keir would follow her for the rest of her life. The trauma, the fear, the endless nights replaying that moment. After the verdict, people began calling the dress cursed. Once a symbol of lighthearted internet fun, now forever tied to a crime. But the story didn't end there. When the truth came out, journalists and activists turned the viral photo into something new. Domestic abuse charities launched powerful campaigns using the same dress. but now stained with bruises and shadows, to spread awareness about violence hidden in plain sight. The illusion that once divided opinions now united people around a cause that mattered. And for the first time, Grace's silence spoke louder than any meme. Today, Keir Johnston remains in prison. He's expected to be released around 2028, but legally forbidden from approaching Grace until 2034. Grace disappeared from social media, her old accounts deleted. She wanted to leave behind everything that reminded her of the dress. A picture once meant to celebrate a wedding became a reminder of everything that went wrong, and a question once about color revealed something much darker about human nature. We look at illusions every day, online, on screens and people, but sometimes the illusion hides something real, something we wish we'd never seen.